did a version of Layla the other day. Eric Clapton. We got so many clicks on it to say, gee, you better do some more Eric Clapton. Everybody's heard of A Tears in Heaven. Well, if I'm going to do an Eric Clapton piece, I'll give you some of the tricks. I'm going to break this thing up. This is not necessarily for the beginners, but for you people that play the tunes out there, realize that songs like Layla and Tears in Heaven are difficult to play because you're doing so many bar chords and stuff like that. Well, I've got some tricks. In other words, I still do bar chords, but for one, the biggest trick I got is in my lap here. This thing plays bar chords like a breeze. Of course, it does a lot of other things like a breeze too, but all you people that play well know that playing bar chords is not easy. Finding them isn't easy either. Eric Clapton is known for pretty sophisticated pieces, meaning to say there's a lot of different keys, sharps and flats. There are keys that are hard to play in. For you people that are players out there, know that sharps and flats, you're usually playing the bar chords. And this is Tears in Heaven. I'm going to break it down a little bit, and I haven't played chord 1 yet this morning, so bear with me. I don't know. I'll just play through it, get as far as I can, and explain to you as I go. Just got going this morning. I'm going to use the capo up here. I need enough room. I like to play them up here. It's real comfortable. I don't even have to stretch my arm out. I've gone over things like this, the capo, with you, and it's a real valuable. It's a real valuable tool, not a cheater. I call it a cheater because it helps me a lot, but I use it as few times as possible because it makes the string shorter and shorter, and it becomes more and more shallow. But this Eric Clapton this morning takes a good share of that length, so I can't put it down there too far. I can't put it up here too far, I should say, which shortens the distance. I'm giving myself more room. Okay, the normal thing that I always do, 2 chords that I always use to tune up. Pretty good, not perfect, but they've been on here for a week, which is not a long time. A fairly long time for me. C is good, G is good. Now, what I do is I have a system that limits the number of bar chords. I'll still have some bar chords. Now, I'm not going to have time to explain that system. It's a little bit delicate, but it works every time. It's a mathematical way to set up your song so you have as few bar chords as necessary. Now, I've cheated both ways. I've got my little system to limit the bar chords, but I've also got a guitar to play the bar chords on. This thing, as I said, plays bar chords. Like these strings are down, and they're a little bit lighter than a lot of, strings are strung. Instead of stringing them with 500 pounds or something, I'm pulling maybe 3 or something like that. Depending, I've never measured it exactly, but the feeling is a world of difference. Okay, that's part of the secret of string science in general on any guitar. That's the beauty of a Zager guitar. Again, it's been designed by me. I've played so many years on stage, and I've taken every shortcut possible to give it the good tone, to make it look good, all the good things, and really give it a look and keep in mind our situation, we'll send it out to you free gratis. There's no fee if you send it back. We send, we ship both ways. We pay everything. You don't spend anything to try it out. And the price is the same. We stay with it. Look through our system of guitars. You won't be sorry you did. Okay, I'm checking for pitch here. Use a pick, make it crisper. Okay, tears in heaven. Try it again here. Not warmed up. Come on, fingers. Now, normally, I'd go back into another verse. And I'd go all the way through that, but I'd vary the phrasing out maybe a little bit. I'll stay with the same verse, same melody line, but the phrasing will be just a little bit different, give it more color. So as you notice, even then I had a lot of things way up here and some were bar chords. But then comes the real color that the songwriter did. Into verse. Now you notice we came up here. Look at all the bar chords. And we link back. Take a shortcut. Now again, I just did that on the fly. That's part of my system and everything. But The important things that helped me do it is I transposed it into the chords that it was in. Then I went through and circled the bar chords, and I tried all the A, C, D, E, G keys. Those are the open string chord keys that you're going to end up with the maximum number of open string chords because they're the efficient ones. I keep leaning on these open string chords, the nice G's, the D's, E minor, A7. Those are the chords that are rich and they're easy to play, which makes them fast. So I've gone over a lot of things in this situation. So now I've geared this to the capo. It's a little, well, for one, it's a Zager guitar that's built. It's easy to play as it is, but then I use the last stage. I use a capo on it too. I like the tone here. I've got most of the string, so it's rich. Then I capo it up one notch, which puts the string down just a little bit further. I got rid of all the bar chords, not all of them, but I mean a lot of them. If you saw me play quite a few bar chords in there, but there'd be a lot worse if I wouldn't have run it through my system of weeding out a lot of those bar chords. An Eric Clapton tune is known for that. The way he sets it up in the chord, a regular verse, he'd have open string chords, but then he'd go into the bridge, and as you notice, that bridge is all over the place. Bar chords, bar chords, bar chords. So the bar chords we like to get rid of those, but we need them to make the song sound complete. As you notice, those chords, if you choose the right ones, it will have its normal personality. If you miss half of those and don't have a very good ear, then it's going to lose its personality. And we're just like an artist sitting here and doing this. We want to capture that personality factor. It's like I'm sitting here with a pen and looking at you drawing your picture. Well, all of us human beings have a different look. And if the artist is good enough, they will capture that look. Well, we're doing the same thing here. Hopefully, this sounds like Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven. Layla, I did just the other day. None of these are perfect, but 6 nights a week, when I'm not doing that now, as you can tell when I play, 6 nights a week, I can get in shape. And when I was performing, I would practice a couple hours in the afternoon and play 3 or 4 hours at night. I'd do this 5 and 6 nights a week and sometimes 7. So practice, practice, practice. As you good players know out there, you get a good guitar, first of all, one that isn't defeating you. This one doesn't defeat me. I build it down to a wire. You can get the same thing. And I make sure that the science that's on my guitar goes on your guitar. And we research constantly to get this edge. Okay, I'm not going to take all day on this, but you can see that that piece has a lot of color written into it. That's why I chose it to do. That was one of them in my one of the songs in my lineup. And I always chose the ones that were popular, the ones that people like to listen to, and I try to carry through and make it sound and give it the personality factors that it needed to not to lose that personality factor, because that's what made it a hit record way back when. And it will continue to do that if you have a good enough ear to hear the difference in those chords and get the right ones. You can put chords in it, but if you lose the chord, the exact chord that it's supposed to have, part of your personality factor is gone. So if you're picky enough, being a perfectionist does help. Playing for a ton of years, that helps a lot too. But I can't tell you enough how important the guitar is, especially in the beginning. If you get a guitar that's this easy to play, and then you use all the tricks that I show you, way back when I was teaching, I used all these tricks. And And it made a lot of difference. I had a lot of students, and I didn't charge that much. They may have told you, well, it was pretty expensive, but I took time to do it right. And it took me a lot of time to learn how. And if they had the patience to sit down and really listen close and work hard, they'll learn the tricks like I did. I've got tons more tricks. I can sit in front of this camera forever and just go on ad lib. When you've been at it a long enough time, you can do it pretty easy. It's easy for me at this point. Okay, so listen through this many times. Let us know what you're thinking, and I've got many more tunes for you. Thanks for watching.
International recording legend Denny Zager of Zager Easy Play Guitars, and writer of In the Year 2525, the biggest one-hit wonder in world recording history, selling over 20 million records.